Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Geeks Assembled. And today, you can see how I got that in there. Today, me and Susan are discussing the new version of Superman, which hit the screens this year, um, by James Gunn. Superman, just plain Superman, not Superman Returns, not Superman Reborn, not it's just Superman. And we've got good old Superman against good old Lex Luthor again,
Yep.
again, again, and nearly every Superman movie, it's been Lex Luthor. So, and this one, we have got different actors in the well-known roles.
Yep.
So we're going to go for Susan for opening thoughts on Superman.
All right. Well, um, uh, Nicholas Holt is a pretty damn good Lex Luthor. I was, you know, I think that the DCU is going to require many of the villains to be British actors. I think DCU is going to go the way the Star Wars universe goes, in that everything lines up and has the British villainry and the USA as and the American accent as. I'm just kidding, because Nicholas Holt is a good enough actor. He covered the American accent beautifully. So if you didn't know he was a British actor, that's on you. And it's because he's a damn good actor. Okay, so all of that to say,
Yeah,
Superman.
and also, he's an actor who's gone from the MCU to the DCU
Yeah, it's true.
because he was the Beast.
He was Beast, and he's a very intellectual Beast with the smarty specs and everything. Yes, of course. And like the other thing is that's really awesome about this is that we get the wonderful Mrs. Maisel. Well, not really, but almost. In Rachel Brosnahan is in it, and she is fantastic. I just really like this actress right now. She's really great, and she plays a good. She plays you know a Lois Lane that's actually plays homage to uh what's her name? Oh God.
The one, the first one in the movies, you
Yeah,
mean, Margot Kidder.
Margot Kidder. Yeah, I keep forgetting her name, and that's on me. That's just Parkinson's. Like the other thing is like the thing with the her kit, her the way she's dressed all the time. It's it pays homage to some of the comic book Lois Lanes, some of the Lois Lane in the movies. They did a really good job. They the way she presents herself, and the fact that they had to start this movie with the kind of chemistry that Kidder built up over time with Reeve. It just had to be instantly on fire, and that was good. I mean, corn sweat, corn sweet. I don't know.
Corin Sweat.
Corn sweat. Okay. Anyway, and Brosnahan, we're trying to develop chemistry through a lot of like play and stuff, and through reworking scenes, and they got there. That's one of the things that I really liked about this, is that they really wanted the relationships to be real. Like Jimmy, the photographer, had a desk and was, he was really sort of he was very obsequious to to the guy who ran the whole Daily Planet, and the sets. Holy smokes, that Daily Planet set was gorgeous. I thought that was just absolutely beautiful. It was like the best looking newsroom I've ever seen in my life. I know I never saw the ones that they had down here in Boston that were like, gorgeous newsrooms, because they're pretty. They must look really different now, and they've all moved from what used to be Herald Street, which was the one where all the newsrooms were, and there are all these gorgeous old buildings there. But none of the newspapers are there anymore. So it just doesn't. None of that stuff is. But yeah, and then there was Gary and the Robots, and Krypto.
Voiced by
Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. It was great, and so enjoyed it. Krypto the dog. I've never heard that Superman had a dog. That was super fun, and I know that they had. I know that Alex knew about the dog, and Alex was all up on the history of the dog and the man who flew, and the fact that they both could fly, and Krypto didn't have to be on the ground, but he liked it on the ground because he liked the way it made his legs feel. Apparently, I don't know. Anyway, Alex knew all that. I didn't know any of it. I enjoyed it. And let's see. Oh, Ultraman being the clone of Superman. That was cool. And then having him be in, like, the name wasn't Juggernaut. It was,
well, in the armor.
Yeah, in the armor.
Hammer.
Yeah, that's right. The Baravian hammer. The
Yeah,
hammer
that's
of
it.
Baravia. That's right. And it was good political stuff as well.
And also, you had the other villain of the piece with the engineer.
The engineer.
She could adapt.
Steal particles from her body to read technology to. She was like one of those things in Stargate, the replicants, that were all these little itty bitty computerized metal chips that would combine and form into things. Interesting. So yeah, there were good villains, and there was 3 of them at least, and so enjoyed it. And you?
Well, as we had this conversation last week, Susan, I'm not a big fan of Superman.
No, I know that.
Because he's the ultimate hero. He's indestructible, and I don't like heroes like that. You think, well, you take all the danger away from it if you're nothing can hurt you. But this James Gunn, with this one with David Corenswet, has made this Superman more vulnerable.
A little bit.
Because at the beginning of the movie, he's laid in the ice, bleeding away. He can hardly move, so he feels pain.
Right.
Before, in the comics or in the other movies, he never used to feel pain, or it was always the kryptonite. Was his downfall. The kryptonite was used in this, but it wasn't overdone.
Right.
Yeah, but so they made this Superman more vulnerable, which I thought was a good idea. Your hero has to have weaknesses. And another good thing about this is brought the humour back. Because the last few movies with Cavill in it and Routh, it was serious. I mean, I'm not knocking the actors. They were great in the role, but the stories were serious. There was no humour. This has brought there's humour back in this one, and it's more. You get the more comic feel,
Yeah,
especially if it involved Krypto the super dog.
I know.
And I tell you, for me, Krypto stole the movie for me.
Did he just ripped it right out like he was grabbing on Superman's cape?
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't realize you're watching it. That dog was completely CGI.
Uh huh.
It didn't exist. It
Uh
was
huh.
CGI all the way through. Um,
It was totally based on one of Gunn's real dogs.
I don't know. I know in the comic books that Krypto was a white dog with a cape on its collar.
Yeah,
Um,
the face looked just like one of James Gunn's real dogs, except for all white.
yeah,
I mean, the ear position, like he's got this dog that has this one ear that goes up here and one ear that goes over here, and the exact like the extra fur right here around the mouth, all of that looked exactly like this.
and also as well when it was first announced that yes, it's a Superman movie, but we're going to have several other heroes in it. I'm like, oh no, not unlike a Justice League thing again. Um, or
But it
Justice
was
Justice Gang, as the Green Lantern kept calling it.
just Justice Gang. That was great. It was like Hawk Girl and Green Lantern
Mr. Terrific.
and Mr. Terrific. And Mr. Terrific was like the one that stuck by Superman throughout all of these stages. I thought that was
Yeah, well, so I
pretty
wasn't I
good.
wasn't keen on the idea of having other heroes involved, but they didn't go over the top with their involvement in the movie.
And like a good Doctor Who story, they split up into twos.
Or Scooby Doo.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I guess maybe no, but Doctor Who did it before Scooby Doo. It was always like the Doctor and Jamie or Zoe and anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Um,
Am I right? I'm right again.
you might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've mentioned Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Yeah, I don't know. Every now and again, I thought his accent slipped.
It did, but not terribly.
Yeah, well, I was watching. I'm thinking, was he speaking English then? And no, English accent.
RP.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I know Lex Luthor is American,
Uh-huh.
and I'm thinking, oh, his accent slipped there. But surely the director should have said something then.
Yeah.
Um, and who else have we got here? We've got say Mr. Terrific was amazing. He's I think the only second live action Mr. Terrific I know about. There was one in the TV series, one of the see not Arrow, but was it Flash or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Um, and who else have we got? Oh, and
And the Jor-El and the whole download from Krypton.
yeah,
All that stuff about like raising hell over Earth if they don't respect you and stuff, and then to have the turn of that back into going back to Kansas and hanging out with Martha and Edward or whatever, and like the mom and pa Kent. Anyway, like they were like that was that kind of humbling and like the 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 realization of who family is. That was also really key. Like
yeah,
that's why it didn't bother me that they used the Justice League building.
yeah. Um, they didn't overdo the Kent family section too much, and this is where some of the Superman movies before just
Of just they
treaded
got
old.
bogged down in Kansas, right?
Yeah, they retreaded the old Kent family storyline over and over again. I think that's where for me Man of Steel sort of failed for me, and this one they didn't do that. They didn't, as you say, they went straight into a story. They didn't. You didn't have to tell. Okay, at the beginning there was. It was written on the screen 3 years ago. Superman arrived, super in the city of Metropolis, and all like
Three
that.
no 3 years, 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 days, and then 3 hours ago.
30 decades, 3 days, yeah.
Yeah,
So they didn't have to retread old ground.
right.
Um, so yeah, the effects, the imagery, amazing.
Uh-huh.
Because some movies you get all this CGI and you think it looks bloody awful. It looks
Oh,
cheap. You
yeah.
can see straight away it's and the other movie we're going to talk about later on. I'm going to bring that up. Uh,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Uh, but this one, the DC movie, got it right with the imagery. Everything just looked perfect. Um, it was even the what's the character? Metamorpho, who was from the
Oh
comics,
gosh, yeah,
played by Anthony Carrigan.
yeah. That guy was cool.
Yeah, he. I mean, he didn't. They didn't do an introduction story for him. I mean, that was done in the comics and things like that. So just to have him caged up in Luthor's pocket universe prison, and then helping Superman was amazing. The effects for that was amazing. Um, what else was there?
And
Just looking.
I loved the kid in the Green Lantern box with the white with the Superman flag.
Yeah,
That that was like that was like the kind of hope I was walking around with earlier about celebrating the 35th anniversary of the ADA here in the USA.
mm,
I just thought that that was really something neat. So I brought my flag, but then I was like that kid's got it. He knows what's up. He knows who to cry out to. It's so good. That was fun.
mm. Also, we get the return of the character Tessmacher,
Yeah,
Miss Tessmacher, who we saw in the Christopher Reeves original movie. Miss Tessmacher with Luthor, but in
yeah,
this, she's Luthor's girlfriend on the edge,
right.
social, putting everything on social media. But because I was watching it, I'm thinking, oh, they're calling it Eve, and then all of a sudden the name Tessmacher came up. I thought, oh, right, so it is Tessmacher. Uh, it's good to have one of the characters back from the sort of original movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a blast. It was more enjoyable than I thought it would be because I was just going on the Superman stuff what has gone before, and
Yeah,
they took themselves too seriously. And I've got to admit, I think the humor injection into this is James Gunn because
yeah,
he did it before with the MCU with the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. The humor has to be relevant in this. You've got to have a bit of comic book.
you do.
You, um,
And even though there was definitely like the idea of sex, it wasn't like it was an impossible dream of sex
mhm.
that that Lois and Clark could, or Lois and Superman could have had, you know, lots of coitus, lots and lots of sex if they wanted to. There
Yeah,
was that
yeah.
much chemistry, and that's really where you got to get these two characters to, in order to show that they're adults. I mean, otherwise, really, Superman's and Clark Kent are just kids. In even more so than Spider-Man, even more so than the fact that he's alien, and the fact that he doesn't is, even though the physiology, the physiognomy is all the same,
Mm-hmm.
that purity thing, that childlike thing is just too much for it. That really is why, is where you can't believe in him as a real character. It's just like he never grew up, and there's all those. That's really the realm of the super villain, and so when you, it, especially like in the Snyder Civil War or whatever, like those two fighting each other, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Um, I because of the way that Superman had no chemistry with Lois. I really believe that. I believe that Batman was probably the more adult of the two. And you don't want to have that in your judgment call, but yeah, you
Well,
do.
we've got to remember as well, 20 odd year ago, that Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, he did have a child with Lois Lane in that movie,
Yeah,
which they made that movie as a direct sequel to the Christopher Reeve
right,
movies.
right.
It was all connected to all that. So he was playing the Reeve character.
Yeah,
Um, so, but
but
this,
it took 3 movies to get there, and this one could have been like there right now. It was it
yeah,
was it was very excellent. They got the chemistry down. They worked on their characters enough, like ahead of time. The actors did, and they didn't start they didn't start their comic book as like chibi characters. They started them as grown-ups, and so like that was really helpful, and that really made it more fun for me. I love a good adult relationship in these things, and I also felt for the robots. I mean, I felt for the robots. I felt for Gary and the 4 super robots up in or down in Antarctica.
Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, they were just doing their thing, and then they got crunched a lot. It's not fair.
I
Anyway,
mean, it is slated that there is going to be a sequel to this.
yeah. Well, according to all the documentary stuff that I watched adjacent to this, is that this is the beginning of the DCU, where they are
Right.
going to be doing a series of things that will intermix and connect.
I hope they don't go too interwoven because you can get the MCU. I think disappeared up its own backside um, along the way. To be honest, because people lost interest in it. There was just too many connections, too many. You've got to watch this movie to understand that movie. Yeah, it's as long as they don't do that, I'll be happy. I mean, it says it's been slated there's going to be a sequel to this. Um, Corin Sweat and Holt are returning,
Uh-huh.
and apparently they have to work together
Uh-huh.
to beat a bigger threat to the planet.
Uh-huh.
All rumors, let's pray it's true. It's Brainiac.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't know who Brainiac is, he's a very good villain.
Oh, good. Excellent. Excellent. I like that. That's really great. the other thing that's really good is that they've also introduced Supergirl into it already
Yeah, yeah, she's
with
already there.
Krypto being her dog, and I didn't realize that it was that the Krypto was her dog.
Well, I think in the comics it wasn't. I can't remember right, but I'm sure in the comics the dog was Superman's. But yeah, but he's looking after it all the time anyway because she likes to go party on other planets.
Yeah, apparently. And yet none of us humans are ever really get out there and mingle in the galaxy. Yeah, that just makes me jealous. If these big shots, these galactic big shots, get to go out there, I mean, why do we even need a NASA?
Yeah, no,
It
but
ain't fair, damn it.
I tell you what was good as well. I mean, I don't know the version if you watched. It had the cartoon at the beginning. Did yours have the cartoon?
I don't remember.
Well, when I watched it, there's a short cartoon before the movie starts. It leads into the movie, and it's Krypto the dog cartoon
Oh no, there
ch-
wasn't.
chasing a bird, a pigeon.
Huh,
It's causing all havoc in Metropolis.
oh, funny.
Uh, so it's on here.
All right. Well, I will have to see if
But
I.
but the thing I was going to bring up was when the movie started, it was amazing to hear the Superman theme, the
Yeah, I mean
The John Williams theme.
they did the nod to John Williams.
Yeah, I mean I know they didn't use it fully, but it was just as the film was beginning. I thought, oh, so you're getting the vibe already.
Uh huh.
But I think you can't. If they do another Superman movie in 10 years' time, you cannot have a Superman movie without that theme.
Right.
It's so integrated now into uh, the fiber of the character, and
Exactly.
so you've got to thank John Williams for that.
Yeah, I think John Williams for so much. Oh my gosh, all these things that he did were just the best movies, and best soundtracks, and best classical creative composing ever. Oh my gosh. And the I mean, I think that this one was composed by a guy by the name of David Fleming and John Murphy.
Hmm.
Good, good to you. Sounded good. Um, yeah, Judiana Makovsky did the costuming. That's why I was like noticing all the cool outfits that Lois Lane was wearing. Sort of everything from back in the 40s all the way till now.
We
And
also we also got a bit of a cameo from what's his face, Peacemaker.
oh yeah,
He was appeared on the TV screen.
yeah, sort of complaining about stuff. That was funny. It was,
That was Superman.
yeah.
But yeah,
And
it was in,
and there was also
yeah.
the Jaranpur Baravia conflict was very sort of similar to what's been going on here, between Russia and Ukraine. I mean, it was a very sort of similar thing. But you know that because Superman and pretty much all the DC properties are in a different universe from ours. They call it
Mhm.
Earth, but it's really not really Earth. Kind of like this other place
You
because
see, yeah,
none of the
that's where it differs, doesn't it? Marvel and DC.
yeah, there's none of the city names are the same. None of the country names are the same. I mean, there isn't America, but it's got a whole different cities, a whole different states.
Metropolis, Gotham's, Star City, Central City.
Exactly.
Yeah, but with the Marvel-based things, it's all real
It's
cities.
a, it's all it's all in the topography of America, the
Mm.
topography of the UK even. I mean, so but like there's no Baravia, there's no Jaranpur.
Yeah.
It's just these are this is all sort of it makes it easier to play with politics. Like they can be a little bit more politically focused in these things because they don't have to they don't have to actually hide it behind any sort of what's the word I'm looking for, uh any allegory, because it's these it's more representative, it's more like a simile or a what's the other word for simile. um Anyway, it's similar, but it's not the same.
Mm.
And
Question.
that's
Go on.
no, go on.
No, so one of the questions I was going to ask you was David. What was his name again? Why do they always have to have an odd surname? Uh, Corin Sweat, was it?
Yeah.
David Corin Sweat. You, was he the proper build for Superman? Do you think? Because
Um.
I was watching it and I was thinking he doesn't seem as big as Cavill or Reeve.
He when he was given the job, they said that he was supposed to go and work on his something and work on his shoulders.
Yeah, because I was watching it, I'm thinking he doesn't seem as because the other actors were bulked, weren't they? Although they used padded suits, I don't know. I know Christopher Reeve didn't use padded suit,
Yeah.
but so I was just watching. I'm thinking, is he as big as the others? Because you always envision Superman as being big and
Yeah.
yeah, solid.
Uh-huh.
But it didn't seem that way.
Well, he was asked to work on his shoulders before the shoot started.
Well, maybe the next movie he might be a bit bigger. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah.
I don't know how
Anything?
they do that though. I don't know how in the hell like these movie stars get their bodies bulked and stuff, or they put on the muscle and then I don't know how they.
You've got to eat a lot of food and work out. That's it, a lot of protein and do a lot of weightlifting and all like that.
Oh,
That's what you do to gain the muscle.
okay.
And I'm not even going to go down the steroid route
Huh.
because some people do.
Yeah, well, it would help.
Yeah. So
Um,
anything else, Susan, about Superman?
um, Yeah, Jor-El, um, Bradley Cooper.
Was it?
It was.
Because
And
I was looking at it and I'm
oh,
thinking,
yeah, I was like,
was it? Because it doesn't say anything down here about Bradley Cooper.
and Michael Rooker was also a robot, like the guy who played the guy with the mohawk in Guardians of the Galaxy. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So he's uncredited then. Because he's not on the credits on the thing here.
Oh, it isn't?
No, I can't. Because I'm just looking on the. Yeah, and also to have Jor-El and speaking Kryptonite. Is it Kryptonian? Kryptonian.
Yeah,
Of coming across straight away pure English.
yeah,
That was a good little twist.
it was. That
So
was
it made out that on Krypton they had a totally different language.
yeah, the authentic, a little more authenticity.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else, Susan?
No, uh, no, it was
And
great.
also, we got the red underpants back
Oh, yeah, on top of the tights.
because the Cavill Superman didn't have them.
Oh,
It was
didn't?
no, it was just like a plain blue suit.
Oh,
But back to the red underpants. So,
very good.
they're bringing the red underpants back. So, shall we go to final say and score on Superman 2025 then?
Yeah.
Okay then.
All right, I'm gonna give this 10 uh 10 Luthor storage boxes out of 10. I really I enjoyed the hell out of the movie. Uh it wasn't it was beautiful. It was shot in some absolutely gorgeous places.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that as I was thinking about it, I think that the documentary said that the Daily Planet was shot in a Cleveland bus station,
Oh,
that they had to, an old abandoned bus station, like one of those ones that was like one of those Art Deco pieces that was so gorgeous. And the maybe one that I'd actually been through when I was touring the US.
all
But
right.
the gorgeousness of it was just the huge globe, the vaulted ceilings, beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's the most gorgeous place in the world. Yeah. So
So you give it
just
a
to
10.
remembering that little bit of stuff was fun, because I know that station is still there. It's uh just not being used right now for buses. I don't know
No,
what it is.
she's being used for a newspaper department. Uh, but right for me, it yes, I was very bit weary before I saw this, but
I bet you.
they did it okay. As I say, I'm not a big fan of Superman. I'm more of a Batman. But
Tell us something we don't know.
but look. the addition of Krypto the dog, the vulnerability of the hero, and the humour works so well in this. So I'm going to give it 10. 10 pairs of red underpants out of 10. So that's for the Superman 2025 with David Corenswet. So I think he had big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
And I think he did all the actors proud who's been before him.
Agreed.
So hopefully they can keep it up for the next one.
And even when he went home and he was wearing that plaid shirt, it was very Smallville.
Yeah,
I mean,
very Tom Welling.
He did kind of nail all the prior Superman. You know, all the way in time.
I know it's going to be a couple of years before we get the next chapter in this movie franchise, but I look forward to it. See what they do. They've got to have Krypto in it, though.
They do. 100%.
You start with Krypto, you've got to carry on with Krypto.
Agreed.
So that's our little review of Superman, the new version. You guys out there, have you seen it? What do you think of it? What do you think of the new Superman? What do you think of the new Lex Luthor? Please leave a comment on this video, on the messages. Let us know. If you want to join us doing our little group thing we do every Sunday, leave a message on the video you're watching, because we've got many out there. So just leave a little message. I mean, we don't care if you don't like what we do, because we do get little messages like that, and I do put a little funny remark back, because people do sometimes put little nasty remarks to us.
It's true.
A little emoji goes back to you. We love you too. And if you want to play that game, but please leave a message in the comments sections of the videos. We would love to hear from you. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, because we've got thick skin, haven't we, Susan?
Yeah.
We've been doing it so long now. You can say whatever you want to us. It's not going to stop us. So we enjoy what we're doing, and if you don't like it, you've watched it.
You don't have to fucking watch us.
Well, if you've left a comment, a negative comment on our cast, that means you've watched us. You've given us a view. Who's complaining? Not me. So yeah. Also, as well, if you want to join us, please be 18 and over, because they say some things we discuss are 18, related. So all you need is a camera and a microphone and the device you use, and we'll try and get you on at some point in the future. Also, when you do subscribe to our YouTube channel, please remember to press the bell notification button, and you'll get notified every time we put up a video just like this one. And so you keep on top of what we put out there. Is that it, Susan?
Yeah.
I think so. We've just headed towards this end of this cast, just like we're faster than a speeding bullet.
More powerful than a locomotive.
Yeah. So
able to leap tall buildings and single bound.
Not in these trousers.
All right. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's
So
symbols.
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed talking to Superman today. So I hope you guys out there have enjoyed it too. We do say sometimes we do wander off and do other things off on a tangent, and sometimes we come back to the superhero geekiness. So, but everything we do is a bit geeky. So, because we're nerds, we're geeks, we enjoy what we do. What can you do? So until next time, we'll be seeing you.